Hi, today I want to talk about something truly revolutionary, truly game-changing. It's a product called NotebookLM. It's a Google product and it comes free with the Google Business Suite if you have a subscription to the Business Suite. If not, I'm sure that there's a monthly payment. Download it today. I kid you not. The uses for this product are overwhelming. I first heard about NotebookLM about 6 or 8 months ago. I was attending a conference in the States, and one of the speakers was talking about this revolutionary AI tool that would allow you to do a podcast from a PDF. And I went, oh, okay, well, that sounds kind of interesting and kind of kitschy, kind of out there, but why would I use it? So I kind of put it on the mental shelf and didn't do anything with it. Well, during the Christmas break, I decided to download it and check it out. And I cannot believe that I waited so long to do that. I'm going to demonstrate most of the functionality, not all the functionality of this, but most of the functionality. And I'm going to do it in real time, just so you can see how quickly it actually does this stuff. So I started a new notebook. All of the documents are organized into notebooks. And I started a new notebook and I uploaded this PDF, the PwC 28th annual survey. And if you're watching this real time, when I'm posting this on a Friday, just after I started talking about this survey that I wait for every year that just dropped last week. So there's the PwC 28th annual CEO survey. You can see that it uploaded it and it's just created a summary, just a paragraph summary, something really, really simple. Okay, let's say that I want a little bit more in-depth explanation as to what this PDF contains without me actually having to read through it. How do I do that easily? I create a briefing document. So you just click on briefing document there and it's generating. And I'm going to do this real time so that you see how quickly it actually creates this thing. And then I'm going to show you what it does. Okay, here's a detailed briefing document. So I'll pull this up, and this is the briefing document of the survey. It's got the same, a little bit different opening paragraph. Talks about key themes and ideas. And then key recommendations from the report and the conclusion. Really great summary that I can get my head around. Now, how would you use this in your business? Let's say that you've got a lengthy report that you want to create a briefing document for your clients or your staff, a new policy that you want to roll out. You can create a briefing document for your employees. So that's just one of the functionalities. Let's say that we want to just ask it some questions. So one of the questions, and it pre-populates these questions, you can query this document like you're having a conversation with it. So the first question that it popped in just automatically are, how do AI and climate change impacting CEO strategies and profitability? Okay, let's ask that. And it's researching the document and it will come up with an answer. There we go. Okay, and it cites the sources that you can actually go look at. So this is a phenomenal tool for research. But wait, there's more. And of course, you can type in your own questions here as well. What if you actually wanted to do a training course around this document? Let's say that I wanted to put together not only a debrief for my clients on the CEO survey, which I will be doing, but also a training course to talk about the key themes and their recommendations, and to actually give people some experience of looking at the key themes within their organizations and applying these recommendations. How would I create a course? Well, it would probably take me a day to 2 days to create a course around this PDF. You know, for every hour that you present, it takes about 4 hours of design time. So instead of doing that, let's just click this button that says Study Guide, and it will create a study guide. And in fact, the study guide doesn't quite give a run sheet around this, but let's see if it will create a run sheet as well. Okay, so a study guide. Here's the quiz, so instructions for the quiz and the answer key, and essay questions, as well as a glossary of terms. Okay, so this is a study guide, but it's not quite good enough to actually do the training course. So I'm going to say, please outline a 4 training course based on this report. High level only. And we'll see what it comes up with. But I haven't even shown you the cool part yet. I mean, this is pretty cool. Don't get me wrong. This is pretty freaking awesome, if I do say so myself. Okay, so what did it come up with here? Okay, so a training course in modules. There we go. Course title, target audience, overall goal, course modules, shifting the landscape 1 hour, competitive advantage 1 hour. And so it's built out kind of a run sheet and various areas of the report. Now I could continue to query this and say, how would you suggest delivering this? Would it be individual reflection, group activities, exercises? We could go down and down and down the rabbit hole with this. But there are a couple of other things that I want to show you that are even more mind-blowing. Now, I'm not sure what an FAQ is. I'm guessing, I've never done this actually, I'm guessing that it is truly an FAQ, frequently asked questions about this report. And then there's a timeline that I've never really understood the reason behind it, so I'm not going to show you that. Okay, so FAQ is what are the primary forces driving the need? How are CEOs viewing the potential of generative AI, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So all of these together, you could put the questions and answers, the run sheet, and the FAQs together to create not necessarily even a formal training course, but just a really robust briefing on this. But the pièce de résistance is this podcast feature. Now they call it an audio summary. So audio overview, sorry, they've changed the name of it. It used to be podcast, but it's now an audio overview. And it's where 2 hosts that are AI generated voices will have a conversation about this document. And you will not believe how realistic it is. So I'm going to hit the generate key and I'm going to time it. On my watch, it is currently, as I record this, 8:47. I'm going to go off and I'm going to do something else and then come back and tell you how long it's taken to generate this podcast. I'm back. By my watch, it took about 4 minutes to generate this podcast. And you can see here that it generated a podcast of 19 minutes and 59 seconds. I'll tell you how I think this is really relevant and useful in a second, but I'm just going to let you listen to pieces of it to show you how realistic it is. And clearly, these are AI voices. Well, I shouldn't say clearly, because they don't sound like AI voices to me. So let's listen to it.
All right, let's dive into the future of business. We're taking a deep dive into this PwC report, summarizing their 28th annual Global CEO Survey. It's full of insights into how CEOs all over the world see the business landscape evolving.
What I find really interesting is it's not just a bunch of predictions, CEOs are actively dealing with these forces. Right now, we're talking companies struggling to reinvent themselves.
Yeah, to stay relevant. Right.
Exactly, in a world that's changing faster than ever before.
And you know what's wild? Even with all this uncertainty, CEOs are more optimistic about the global economy than they've been in years. But wait a minute.
So you know what's wild? Listening to 2 completely AI, natural-sounding voices not only do a deep dive in the report, but interact with each other like it's a live conversation. How would I use that? Actually, I am using it because I like to listen to things. And so I can create an audio podcast of a big report. In fact, there are a couple of 200, 300-page reports that I'm going through right now that were released by the World Economic Forum. And instead of diving down into every single page, reading all 200 pages, I've created an audio podcast. I'm going to download those, listen to those on my walk, and then take note of the areas that I think are most interesting. I certainly would not put that out there as a podcast generated by me. I'm not going to pull the wool over people's eyes, although they are realistic enough that I could. But that's not how I'm going to use it. But I think that it would be tremendously useful, not only to get yourself up to speed on some of these very large, complex documents, documents, but also to help others get to speed. And again, going back to the training course, this could be part of the training course that you present. So give it a go. Let me know how you use NotebookLM. And I love your reactions on this, because to me, this is one of the most game-changing AI programs I've seen to date. And as you know, I've seen a lot of them.